Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, Durissa Explains It All. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you guys for trusting in me and clicking on that subscribe button. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make my delicious baked macaroni and cheese. This mac and cheese does contain a secret ingredient, but I'm not going to tell you right now. You'll just have to keep watching to see what it is. And when you see what the secret ingredient is, I'ma just say, don't knock it till you try it. To begin, we're going to start by putting on a pot of water and cooking the noodles according to the package instructions. The noodles should be al dente, meaning when you press a noodle, it should spring back and forth between your fingers. If it breaks, then it's overcooked. Do not overcook these noodles, y'all. While our noodles cook, we're going to go ahead and prep for the cheese sauce. I'll be using a combination of extra sharp cheddar, pepper jack, and Gruyere cheese. And yes, we're going to be shredding all of this from the block. Do not buy shredded cheese to make your mac and cheese. I only use shredded cheese for the top, and you must find you a good shredded cheese to do that. Now, I'm going to just warn y'all about this Gruyere cheese. Y'all can see that it's 8 something for just that little triangle. This cheese is not cheap, y'all, but it's worth the money. It's so worth the money. It's so good. It's my favorite cheese. I always buy it for my mac and cheese. I have to have it. And as you can see, I cut it in half. I'm going to be saving that other half for the top of the mac and cheese dishes. I'm doing 3 different dishes, so I'm just going to grate that and put that to the side in another bowl. By now, this was perfect timing. Our noodles should be done. And as you can see, they still have a perfect shape. They don't look mushy or anything. So that's very important. I'm adding in red pepper flakes. And I always add in a half a cup of shredded cheese to my noodles. You don't have to do this. I do this really out of habit. I don't know why. I just feel like in my head it's going to stick better. I don't know. You don't have to do this though. And for our cheese sauce, because yes, you make a cheese sauce for your mac and cheese, guys. We're going to be melting 3 tablespoons of butter on low heat. You want to melt that completely. And then we're going to be adding in 3 tablespoons of flour. And what we're going to be doing is making a roux. This is the thickening agent to thicken up our cheese sauce. As you can see, I did switch to a whisk because you want to whisk this vigorously. You want to get out any of those lumps in there. And I always start this on low heat so I don't have any problems. If your heat is too high, you'll see that the flour and the butter, it will just clump up into little balls, and you don't want that because it's so hard to get that back to this this consistency right here that you see. And what we're doing is we're cooking the flour taste out. This whole process will take about 2 minutes. You just want to keep whisking until you reach this tan color right here. That's how you know it's time to start adding in your milk and cream mixture. And I add this in very slowly and keep whisking, keep whisking. You see that it's already starting to thicken up, but I want to make sure I get no lumps and get a smooth cheese sauce. So keep whisking this. At this point, I have all my milk in there, and I want to go ahead and turn my heat up to about medium heat so that this can simmer just slightly and the sauce will start to thicken. I always like to go ahead and add some black pepper to this, about a pinch of cayenne pepper, and a little bit of nutmeg. And if you were making a bechamel, which is the mother sauce, the basis of a mac and cheese sauce, you would go ahead and add nutmeg to that. It adds a very nutty, good flavor to it. And once it starts to bubble, I go ahead and add in my seasoning mixture. And I just add that in gradually. I kind of taste it. Once I add the cheese, I'll taste it even more. I don't add it in initially all at the same time. It depends on your taste buds and how much, you know, flavor you can take. So I like a lot of flavor in my mac and cheese. Or you could just season it to your liking. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and test it. It coated the back of a spoon, so that's how I know it's thick enough for me to start adding in my cheese. And now here you see I switched back to a rubber spatula, and I'm just going to mix in all that cheese, get it incorporated with that milk mixture. And now at this point, I could go ahead and turn off my heat. The milk mixture is hot enough where I don't even have to have the heat on. I could just go ahead and mix in all of that cheese and it'll melt. This way I ensure that this does not curdle, because if it gets too hot, cheese is going to curdle. At this point, our cheese sauce is pretty much done. Once it's all nice, smooth, and velvety, you could go ahead and season it some more if you need to. Just give it a taste and get it how you like it. And now for what some might say is the hard part, we're going to temper those eggs. We're going to be bringing the eggs to the same temperature as the sauce. In my bowl where I had all my grated cheese, I just added 2 eggs and scrambled them. And then I'm just going to be scooping out that hot sauce and pouring it into the eggs, whisking immediately, vigorously. I do not stop whisking this because I don't want to risk cooking those eggs. I don't know if you've ever had mac and cheese and they have those little white pieces in there. Those are most likely cooked eggs, and that's pretty nasty. So you really want to do this the correct way, and you're going to be adding in that egg mixture back into your cheese sauce, and you're going to whisk that vigorously. Now our cheese sauce is officially done. We're going to be adding this into our already cooked noodles. And as you can see, when we add this and start mixing it, the noodles are still holding a great shape. They did not overcook because we cooked them to al dente. Remember that we're also going to put this in the oven for 50 minutes. So the noodles are going to continue to cook. That's why you want to make sure in the beginning you do not overcook these noodles. There is really nothing worse than a mushy mac and cheese. And now you guys, it is the moment you've all been waiting for. It is time to unveil the secret ingredient. And drum roll please, it is cream of mushroom. That's what I add to my mac and cheese to make it so delicious, y'all. This gives it a whole nother level of flavor. When I first discovered this, with one of my brother's good friends, his mom does it. Boy, I haven't turned back since. And I don't even eat cream of mushroom. I had never had it until she put it in that mac and cheese. And now I use it for my mac and cheese. This is the only time you're going to see me buying some cream of mushroom. This is not knocking anybody who has eaten that on the regular, but I just never have. But it's so good in mac and cheese. Y'all don't knock it till you try it. And this step right here, I didn't have time to chop this parsley. My family was hungry, y'all, while I was recording this video. So I just was ripping it up, putting it in there. You can use dried parsley, trust me. Use dried parsley. Don't use no fresh, you don't need that. You probably just need it for the top to make it look pretty. And you guys, you can go ahead and make this into one dish. I'm using 3 different dishes because my family will only be eating the small cast iron skillet this night. and the other 2 are getting put up in the freezer. And you're just going to layer this how I'm doing in the video. I'm just putting down a layer of the mac and cheese, and I'm going to be topping that with shredded cheese, the shredded cheddar, and some Gruyere cheese that I have reserved. And I'm just going to repeat these steps until I get to the top. And I know you guys see me poking the cheese down into the mac and cheese. That is because I usually use mozzarella in my mac and cheese as well. But I was rushing for my family and I totally forgot about it. But that gives you that pull in the mac and cheese. It's like you're eating pizza and you know how the cheese is pulling. You could get that same effect by using mozzarella in this dish. And just poking it down into the mac and cheese slightly. And as you can see, we're adding on that last layer, and I dollop it on top. I don't make it all pretty and nice. And you can see I'm throwing a huge amount of cheese on top of this, the cheddar cheese and the Gruyere cheese. And I'm also going to be adding some panko breadcrumbs, some seasoned panko breadcrumbs. And now this is how I achieve that thick, crispy layer on top of my mac and cheese. You're going to bake this for quite a long time to get it crispy, golden brown, and delicious. Look at how amazing this mac and cheese looks, you guys. This looks so good. You can see that it's bubbling up. It is fresh out the oven. This is, oh my God, this is what life is all about. You guys, once this is fresh out the oven, I recommend letting it sit for about 15 minutes before you dig in. You want all that cheese to melt back over those noodles, and you want this entire thing to set up. I know y'all hear that. Like, I don't know if y'all ever had creme brulee where they torch the sugar on top and it creates that crust that you gotta crack into. This is the same thing. Oh my God. Alright, so I served my family a chuck roast with celebration potatoes, carrots, and asparagus, and a side of this mac and cheese, you guys. And believe me, that was the start of this entire dish. Thank you guys for watching yet again another video. I hope you are enjoying them, and I hope to keep them coming. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video.
Oh, we finished.